Welcome to Feed the Seed to Succeed, where we embrace positivity and keep the good conversations going. I am Fungus.
I'm T Nut, the Nutty Professor. T Stu, what it do? And we have a guest. We have my man Ipyani Lockert. You know, he was first born son of Eddie and Sonia Lockert, and his brother Jelani was all raised in the west side of San Bernardino. He was a product of the San Bernardino Unified School District, graduated from Valley College, go Wolverines, and the State University, go Yotes, you know. If Yanni has done all kinds of political work, which we'll get into, he has worked as a community organizer, faith-based organizer, but his real passion is poetry and spoken words, and being an entrepreneur. And his business is called Motivation, Realization, the Energy of Positive Thought. With all due respect, give it up for my man Ipyani Lockert.
Hey.
Hey, thank you for having me, bro. Thank you, Fungus. Thank you, Terrence. Thank you, T Stu. What it do? I can't be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So how you feeling though?
Man, I'm blessed to be alive, brother. Got another day, so it means another opportunity to reach for the dream and to manifest the visions that we've each been given.
Right, right, man. So like, yeah, I've been knowing you for quite some time. And man, we did all types of work from heat, which police accountability, to showing up at city halls, board of supervisor meetings. We've been an array of different things, but I just wanted to know a little bit about you. You know, what is it like to be a product of San Bernardino, the Unified School District?
Definitely, definitely. Well, my experience was definitely somewhat unique because I was actually part of the first group of kids to be bused from the west side of San Bernardino to the north end of San Bernardino. I went to elementary school at North Park Elementary, and some may remember the name North Park because sadly there was a shooting there that was attached to domestic violence, and a young child was killed as well as the teacher, and I believe the culprit was also killed as well. So that was a tragic event. But outside of that, North Park, go Coyotes, you know what I mean? I've been a Coyote, I've been a Road Runner, I've been a Cardinal, I've been a Wolverine, and I'm a Yodi, and who knows where I'm thinking about getting that master's, brother, like yourself, you know what I mean? So who knows what school
Hey,
that's gonna be in?
come on, talk to me. So like, so the San Bernardino School District, you matriculated through it, and like you said, you didn't been through the high schools, the community college, all the way to the Cal State version. You know what I mean? So man,
Yeah.
that's what's up, man. Big ups. You know something. As long as I've been knowing you, I didn't even know all of that. That's real. That's real. That's real, man. So what brought you to like political work?
Well, definitely. I have to say that it was easy money, right? I have the gift of gab. I know how to connect and talk with people, right? So,
Right.
but that exposed me to that whole world of political canvassing. I tell people all the time, if you have the gift of gab, the jobs are usually $20, $25 an hour. All you got to do is just knock on doors and try to encourage them to support the candidate or support the measures, because I worked on measures, and I got many of candidates elected. The people that I used to work with, we used to all kind of work on the same campaigns, and we started calling ourselves Black Ops. So some of us may know the Congresswoman Norma Torres. When she first was running for assembly, the Black Ops crew, including myself, got her elected, and we did so well that she paid us to go out to Delano to help with another candidate that was running the race. So and he we helped him cross the finish line as well, and he ended up eventually winning the seat. Also worked, helped get Cheryl Brown her seat as well. So a lot of work, a lot of measures and things like that. But it really exposed me to the world of political canvassing, and like every election cycle, these opportunities present themselves. So I'll be trying to tell people like, yo, if you know how to talk, you gotta have confidence. If you don't have confidence and you don't like to talk, then you got to go somewhere else. But if you got that, it's easy money, brother. Easy money. And then it's for a good cause, making the leadership and making sure, supporting the right people to have a vision for the community.
You know what's interesting about what you just said is that I got my first job through running phone banks and canvassing for Prop 47.
There you go.
And like the same thing that you said, like I ended up turning that job into a whole community organizing career.
Same here.
So it put me in a pipeline towards, like just even understanding politics and like policy change. But then from policy change I started learning about like you said, other assembly people, and I started learning about senators and mayors and telling my story, because that's what you end up doing. Is you end up it's a whole lot of storytelling. So storytelling is key, and yeah, so like, man, that's what's up, and yeah, it kind of brings me to the point of like, and I'm kind of hopping around, but I want to get on this thing. But the energy of positive thought.
Definitely.
Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Definitely. That's one of the power slogans attached to my business. It's on top of the table now. Like over the last few months, I've been like advancing my business and legitimizing it. The ad is going to be running in the paper. Matter of fact, this Friday in the Fontana Herald. But the my company is Motivational Realizations, and the power slogan is the energy of positive thought. And also, I follow along with that with saying that the mirror does not change; it's your reflection. So look through the lenses of love and see the love within yourself. And I'm sure that once you see the love that's within you, you'll be able to see the love in the world that we each are surrounded by, man. So it's just about trying to motivate people. I don't like saying self-help. I prefer self-actualization. Because at the end of the day, if you want to manifest anything in this world, it takes rendered effort. I don't know any other way of doing it. And if someone does know, let me know. Because you got to do the work, and sometimes that's not fun, but if you have the right perspective where that work is to help you achieve something or to manifest something that has the potential of living beyond your days, I think the gift of creativity gives us that opportunity to set things to sell that will live beyond our lifetime. So it's like attach yourself to those works. We've all been given a vision and a dream, and so often people do not find the courage or strength or the belief within themselves to render the efforts to manifest that, but they aren't able because that vision's been given to you. If you don't manifest it, that vision is going to never manifest for the rest of eternity. It's like a billion great ideas and innovations in the grave because the steward of those dreams and visions did not find the courage or strength or believe in themselves enough to render the efforts.
Nah, that's real. It's like it's even with myself, because like you motivate me to tell my story. you know
Amen.
um like one of the conversations that we've been having, and you've been pushing me towards, is like, writing a book, about my story, and you kind of like bounce ideas off of me, and like, it's important because, like, sometimes people don't think that their story is worth telling. It's like you grow up in a community, and it's and us, we be around so many people that are dynamic. It's like, I'm normal, but then, like, you remind somebody that, like, your story might help somebody else that's trying to get to where you're at,
Amen.
and
Amen.
so, like, tell me about the book that you have written before.
Definitely. Well, I have a couple of poetry books, but I just recently produced a real book. It's called Losing Weight, WAIT, and it's actually live right now on Amazon. So if you just search Ipyani Lockert, Losing Weight, WAIT, you can find it there. I have it on the website for $25, but in person, hand to hand, I'm doing it for the dub, you know what I mean? And it's negotiable as well. As the main thing is covering my costs. So depending on, how we work in the community, sometimes you're in areas where it's, people don't have the means and they might only have $5 or something like that. So, sometimes I'll eat the cost just to bless them, especially if they, promise me that they'll read it, because my hope is that it empowers them. Like the Lord has already gave me a miracle today, allowing me to see this day. And I have dreams of great wealth and philanthropy, but I'm happy to be alive with what I have and the means that I have right now. I'm blessed. So and I'm working towards that, but I'm working towards it. You know what I'm saying? So if it manifests, it's all praise and glory to the Lord, and I'll leave it at that because I want it to manifest. You know what I mean?
Nah, no, and man, look here. I would give you $100 for one of these books. You know why? I would. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Because I like it's like I said, the whole thing of feed the seed. You got to feed the seed to succeed. You know, but see,
Amen.
with you, like I feed into your seed with a little bit of green, right? But then, like you're feeding into my seed with knowledge and
Amen.
and
Amen.
motivation. You know, so it's a fair exchange. It's no robbery. You know what I mean? It's no
No, no.
robbery. You
What is
know what I mean? Go
what
ahead.
is the
Go ahead.
book about? What is the book Losing Weight about?
Definitely. It's about trying to shift people's perspective, hopefully to encourage them to discover their strength and their courage to manifest their dreams and their visions. You know, as Terrence said, everybody, we all have a story, but so often our perspective of ourself limits our experience in this world. I'll often tell people our greatest battle within this lifetime is that of our own mind. The doubt, like we always take things to the worst negative extreme, and it's like we always beat ourselves up, and it's like trying to shift that perspective where we become our best friend, our motivator, our cheerleader, to encourage ourselves to know that we are able to manifest these things. They weren't given to us in vain or for no reason. That vision is given because you can manifest it, but it's like faith without work. So trying to encourage people to put the works out, to render the effort, because you can manifest it. And I try to explain that through concepts of referencing things in nature. I reference there's a few stories, allegories in there as well, and then telling some aspects of my lived experience, and I tried to do it in a way where it was open to everybody. Like I was raised in the Christian faith, and I am of the belief. I gave my spirit to the Lord and opened my heart to the Lord when I was a teenager. But as I've grown, I see a lot of the different religions as different paths to the top of the mountain. And I hope that each gets to that mountain and they can see that there's many a paths up here. And when you're up here, that you have an appreciation for the vantage point and the journey of others to get there. And hopefully you recognize and value your fellow man, your fellow woman. You value life within the living, which we are. And knowing that this is just a temporal experience and that we leave. So that's why I'm motivated to live each day. And I'm appreciative and grateful for each day I'm allowed to see, because I will leave.
Yeah, and something that you said that was real interesting because I talk about the road less traveled. So you just talked about these paths. And like when you go down the street that's been paved and cemented, and everybody that been down this road, right? You have a whole lot of different mentors. You can have mentors that tell you how to do it this way, or you could do it the slick way, or you could do it the G way, or you could do it the church way, or you could do it it's all kinds of different ways they could tell you. It's different cars on the on the road travel.
Yeah.
But then when you go down to the road less traveled, right? So it's gonna be a whole lot less mentors, but somebody can travel this road before. So you still have some mentors. It probably not as many. They probably gonna tell you how to do it this way and that way and this way. They gonna tell you how to get there. And then you find upon yourself. But when you was a trailblazer, you know, when you cut that path yourself, you feel me? I say God is your mentor.
Amen. Amen.
So when you just said that, that's what that just sparked in me. You know what I mean?
Amen.
You
Amen.
just sparked on me. So we was talking about the road less traveled in the trailblazer, right? And I think I just wanted to highlight this because I know this is important to you. Why being a trailblazer? Because it's a lot going on. We need more of this. We need more of this. It's a road less travel. Everybody else working for somebody doing this. Tell me why being an entrepreneur is important to you.
Definitely, definitely. Because the short of that is because I don't want to work for massa all my life. But like my current employer, Interfaith Movement for Human Integrity, is a wonderful organization. I'm learning so much from them. and their approach with their faith-rooted organizing approach, it's definitely something different. They often say that they organize from like a feminist kind of perspective, and I'm sitting here like, dang, well, I must have been organizing from the patriarchy perspective. Then I'm a patriarchy organizer or something, right? But it's just a different approach, and it's more. I have to say it's more intentional as far as the relationship building, because our regional director, Hilda Cruz, I have witnessed the relationships she has forged with some of the people that have migrated to this country, and she's had longstanding relationships with them for like 10 plus years. And I never thought of it. A lot of times in the organizing space, sometimes a lot of things can feel transactional, right? You do this, I do that, and then you help me with this, I help you with that. But this is more so really the way I would say it is kind of walking with them, like, walking with them through their experience, empowering them, trying to find the opportunities to get them what they need to be successful in this country, to set their roots and grow. So definitely, brother. So but as far as for me, the business, my father was a business owner. My dad would come home from working for the county for over 30 years, and he had his own tax business. His father and mother had a business. So it's kind of in the blood. In elementary school, I used to sell marbles. I don't know if you guys remember the big marbles called the knickknockers, right? Or you would get them off these decorative plants they used to have in the 70s. They would be centerpieces on the table, but you would twist off the marbles big old, it would be like a grapefruit or a pear, but they're all circular. We would twist those off and call them knick knockers. So my greatest hustle, my father, Eddie Lockert, who recently transitioned last year, my dad took me to the thrift store. He loved the thrift store, and they had some of those little decorative knick knockers on there, the centerpieces, and it was only $1.11. And I asked my dad, could I buy them? I was like, yo, it's marble season at school. I could sell these for $2, $3. And he didn't really understand what I needed them for, but he spent the money. And it was 14 of those knickknockers on there. I twisted them, cleaned them all off, made them real presentable, put them in a little box, took them out there. I made $28 in one day as an elementary kid. You know what I mean? That's still been one of my greatest hustles to this very day. $1.11 turned into $28. I'm still chasing that, brother. I'm still chasing that, and I just want to
Man,
thank
wait,
my
wait,
father, thank my
man,
father for the example.
man, my condolences, bro.
Thank you,
And
brother.
you got me ready to go to the thrift store to find me some knick-knock. find,
Okay.
find something out there dang good.
For real, for real. This hustle's abounding, man. It just take a little ingenuity. They like to call it repurposing now, and rustic clothing. You know what I mean? So it's all about the upsell. I went to school for marketing, right? So it's just about
Yeah.
the upsell. It ain't nothing but stuff in the Goodwill. The Goodwill's super expensive. So some other thrift stores out there, right? So find those little nice items, because you'll find nice things in there. Sometimes you'll find things that are brand new with the tag still on it. Pay $5. When you go out and vend or do your little yard sale, mark it up for 15, 20. Now, it's like that. You know what I'm saying?
Recent. Now my whole thing is I believe in second chances. Second.
Yeah,
See,
I hear you.
that right there is second chances for advances. You know what I
I like that.
mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're brewing right now.
Come
You're
on, come
brewing.
on. That's what
Second
I do.
chance for the advance.
Second chance for the advances. You know what I mean? We trying to win one time. You know what I mean?
Amen.
All the time. We ain't trying to win
Multiple
one
times.
time. Yeah, we trying to
A
win all the
million
time.
times over.
You
A
know what
billion
I
times over.
mean? And we gonna we gonna keep the energy of positive thought up in this.
Hey now, hey now, hey now. There you go.
Yeah, man. So it's nah, man. It's just been a blessing to hear from you. And you still doing poetry?
Yes, man. I just recently ordered more of my first two volumes of my poetry series. It's called I Am Living Dreams: Motivational Poetry by Motivational Realizations. The intent is that it's going to be a 12-volume series. I have 2 volumes currently. I tried to put 30 pieces in each book, and I'm hoping to give them enough poetry for the year that they could read one piece of poetry and then be able to because when I share the poetry, I share it, and then there's some motivation that I normally don't share when I read my pieces. But just trying to encourage people to find their voice, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know, and I'm asking you on the spot, but you got some poetry that you could share with us.
Oh, of course, man. You know I got my books right here. But brother Fong, how we doing on time, brother?
Yeah,
We're good.
that's
We're good. We got 10 minutes. Let's go.
All right, definitely, definitely. All right. Well, I'm gonna dust this one off now. I might stumble through it a little while, but it's from my first poetry book. I got the backdrop. I've got the logo there, you know. But it's the second volume. This piece I'm gonna be reading from of I Am Living Dreams poetry, and this piece is called Upon the Horizons. Upon the horizons, searching for my love, upon the moons of Mercury, upon the rings of Saturn, upon the surface of Jupiter, upon this quest of a heart longing and yearning, beckoning upon my soul, to be unified, to be as one, completion of mind, body, and spirit. I am searching for you, this intrinsic compulsion pumping within the chambers of my heart, to find you, to hold you, to comfort you, to love you with all that I am. I have fought through the realms of Hades, where the fires melt suns, where all is consumed and rendered to ashes, yet the desires of the golden heart are not burned, only purified and forged for a greater purpose, a greater calling, a greater love, for our love. I have ascended through the skies of the paradise within the dominion of Zeus, where the goddesses commune, alluring enchantment within the windows of opulent eyes, rich with mesmerizing beauty. Angelic voices raising in hymns, stirring the very essence of my making, divine in all their ways with the abilities to satisfy the gods. Yet none could quench the aspirations of my heart of gold. Only polish my amber luster while focusing my strength and effort to find you, my love. I have dived to the depths of the seafloor within the dimension of Neptune, where I had to sever the seven heads of the ferocious Hydra while battling through the tentacles of the Kraken while rummaging through the locker of Davy Jones, hoping to find you, my love. Only mother of pearl can be found upon the ocean floor, needing you to deliver the pearls as you become a mother. Yet the siren songs instructs me to speak to the mermaids as they point me towards an unknown land above the surface of the endless blue sea. Now I am surging upward from the phantoms of the depths, swimming through 20 leagues to reach the shores of this new land in search of you, my love. As my feet walk free and pull from the harsh churning tides, pleasant is the feel of the sand beneath the strides of my feet as I bound towards you. Closer to you are my hopes. This compelling desire to know your touch, your caress, your essence, to love you, to honor you, to cherish you, looking upon the horizons, dawning of our love in peace.
Man, come on, my love.
Thank you for the focus. For real, for real. Thank you, brother. Thank you, T Stu. What it do?
What it
Hey
do,
now.
man? You make it do what it do, man. That's why I couldn't wait
Hey
to get you
now.
on here, man. That's why I couldn't wait to get you on here, man. I said your
Thank you, brother.
energy is regal. Your work is regal. Your word is regal. Every time I hear, every time I see you, every time it's motivation, realization. Like that's
Hey
that
now.
whole that word, that whole term fits you. It's molded into the fabric of your clothing, in your
Thank you,
spirit,
brother.
in your soul, and everything else, and
Amen.
so much more. You know what I mean?
Amen, brother. No,
straight
thank you,
up,
bro.
straight up, man. Look it, man. We about to close up, right? But look it. Any projects you got going on, where to find you at on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Don't stop. Drop it, man. Let me know what's going on with you, brother.
Definitely, definitely. Like I do a lot of things on Facebook and on Instagram. So if you search my name, Ipyani, I should pop up as I only met one other. I didn't meet this person. I'm aware of a person by the name of Ipyani Grant out of New York. That's the only other Ipyani ever met. But you spell my name Ipyani, last name Lockert, Lockert. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on social media. I'm also on Threads and I'm also on X, but I don't really use Twitter like that anymore. You know what I mean? I haven't used it in years. But that's a good way. Also, you could search me on Amazon. Ipyani Lockert. You'll find find I Am Living Dreams Volume 1 and 2, as well as my latest book on self-actualization, Losing Weight, WAIT. And just hit me up if you see me. You know, I'm big on lifting things in the community and trying to highlight the Inland Empire. And I just want to give a shout out to my mother, my beautiful mom, Sonia Lockert, to my brother, Jelani Lockert, the Mighty, and then as well as my father, Eddie the Wise. And I'm Ipyani the Grace, you know.
Yeah.
Hey,
Lockert
hey,
house in the house.
you
We still
see,
got a
not
few minutes. What inspires your poetry? Like what inspires your writing?
Definitely. Thank you, Fungus. For me, it's really rooted in love. I was just a part of this poetry workshop by Inlandia here in the Inland Empire, under the tutelage of James Coates. He's facilitating the session, and we were just talking about where do you write from, what genre? And for me, it's about love. Like I try to write to encourage humanity, to love themselves and discover the gifts, and because like everything you need in this life is within you. The trap is we think it's outside of us and follow the path of the crowd and follow. No, our uniqueness is our gift. It will never be another one of you again. So it's like for the rest of eternity, you know what I mean? So it's like do you discover your gifts, enrich and nurture, as T. Stu would say, the seed, you know, the faith of a mustard seed. Nurture the seeds that's within you and the seeds that you've been given to plant in this world. So is this encourage them to open their hands, first to find the fertile soil, to pour those seeds on there and do your work, to render the efforts, till the fields. The seeds are designed to grow. So for me, it comes from a place of love and encouragement and motivation, just trying to help people discover. And my mom actually has poetry pieces that I wrote in elementary school. So it's been something that I've been doing a part of my life. And I just never realized that I was a poet until like, you know, 12 years ago. And then I rapped too. Me and my family grew up as rappers. So poetry ain't nothing but just the words, you know, like Kendrick Lamar. He say, you know, he's a poet, you know what I mean? One one of the what is it, the Pitzer, I forget, one of the great awards for being a great writer. You know what I mean? So it's just poetry, man. It's just words. It's just wordplay, but it's about where it comes from. And for me, I hope that people feel the love that I try to breathe into my works, man, and into my life and all that I do, man. I try to literally be the energy of positive thought, and I don't want people out here thinking like I'm perfect or I am a sinner. I have made many mistakes. I have my battles. I struggle with alcoholism. You know what I mean? So I have my issues, but regardless of all that, I do not let that steal the joy or nor dim my light. I'm a work in progress, as we all are. You know.
amen.
Yeah.
Oh man, well, cultivate,
Hey
cultivate,
now. Just
cultivate,
call me
man.
manure. Just call me manure.
Hey, cause you the we started off that way, we end that way in a real way, man. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you, brother.
And like I say, man, to cultivate, cultivate, cultivate. Cause when you plant them seeds grow. You know.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah. But with that said, we're up out of here for Feed the Seed because we got to feed the seed to succeed. And these seeds grow into trees, and these trees plant more seeds, and we're growing forests in the IE. With that said, peace and hair grease, y'all. Much love and respect.
Amen. Amen. Thank you both. Thank you both. God bless. God bless and love y'all both as well, brothers.